Hey guys, Dakara here and welcome back to my channel, and today we're on Buffy Season 7 Episode 10, and the last one we had all that stuff with Andrew and Spike. It was a really strong episode, last episode, so I'm hoping we get a continuation of that. Because the watch list is saying we're getting 3 in a row, I'm gonna hazard a guess that we get some bit more meaty plot, I think, in this, but again, I could be wrong. I've got my hot chocolate at the ready, guys. Let's roll that intro and get stuck into it. Here we go.
It's a loop, like the mummy hand. I'm doomed to replace these windows for all eternity. Yeah, maybe we should just board these things up until things are less hellmouthy.
Which is never.
Are you sure this thing called itself the Fur?
Yes, it did.
It claimed to be the original evil, the one that came before anything else.
Please, how many times have I heard that line in my demon days? I'm bad, baddie, bad, bad, bad. Does it make you horny? Or terrified? Whatever.
I felt it. It was ancient and enormous. It nearly got Angel to kill himself.
I wish Sleeping Ugly would come too. He's been out all night.
How is he sleeping like that?
Said the first was held up at the Seal of Danzar or something?
Maybe he's just faking so he doesn't have to answer any more questions. Or maybe he's in a fugue state.
Dawn. What?
Anya gets to hit him.
Can I get you anything else, baby?
Don't do this to me, Shell. Don't you do this to me.
You're not real.
Okay, is that slang like you're not for real, or?
You're the first.
Oh, baby, you're so tired, you're not making sense. You can't win against this thing. Not if you don't rest.
Stop being like this.
Is no one else hearing Buffy talking to herself?
You need to wake up.
You're dreaming. Buff, wake up.
Oh. Oh, Lou.
Give him a kick, then. You always liked that, didn't you?
Kick a dolly when he's down.
Drusilla! Ouch.
Been lying in wait for his moment since before the bug.
I still think she looks like my cousin.
Soon as the moon comes, you'll have your carnage. Little girls tear so easily, like pink paper. Got it coming, he does.
Got it coming, he does. Wow, charming. I mean, yep, that'll wake him up.
That was something. Maybe if you threw hot water on him?
Savage.
Nothing. I thought you were gonna ask us what we were doing.
No, I was going to ask.
Oh, who's awake?
I was about to be dead. You saved me.
But if you don't tell us what we need to know, then I'm gonna offer you to the first on a platter and let him chop you into tiny pieces.
Will we see more of Joyce then?
No, evil names should be like Lex or Voldemort or...
Hey, where's the seal?
It's around this corner, I think.
Better be right this time. What's it do?
Didn't work because there wasn't enough blood.
Yeah, there wasn't enough, but now there is because they used spikes, right?
There's blood on this. Looks like the first made another sacrifice.
Maybe that's what the first needed Spike for.
You killed your best friend.
He's in a place of joy and peace, he told me.
No, you got tricked by a fake ghost.
We need to cover this thing up. We can't leave it exposed like this.
I predict that Andrew's gonna die as well. Just wait until Buffy finds out that Principal Wood's got something to do with it as well.
So what next? We found the seal, but no Spike.
When did Dawn have time to, like, curl her hair and everything? Like, when did that happen?
Hey,
Hey, I thought that you were,
Sick? The doctor gave her some cream.
pills. And a cream. And I'm all better.
Oh, yeah. Apparently somebody left this in the courtyard and I was just returning it.
That's some full-service principaling.
Just your gut, Buffy, please.
I was down here helping Dawn with a school project.
For science.
We buried
science.
a time capsule.
Kids today like Red Bull and Jackass.
I can confirm that is indeed what I loved back then.
Dawn's trying to find out anything she can about the Seal of Danzalthar. Will's about to do a locator spot.
Why don't you go get some rest? You haven't slept for like 2 days.
Nah, I couldn't sleep. I felt it. It was like...
Holy Jesus. Is that going in her? That's going in her.
It's still in me. I feel it.
No, it's not. It's gone.
I don't want to hurt anybody. Please, Buffy, don't let it make me up.
Oh my god, that all happened so quick.
I'll find it.
Buffy.
Giles,
Nice place. Bit of a mess.
this is the Slayer?
Sorry to barge in.
Who the F are these?
Apocalypse.
They're all Slayers?
Potential slayers.
Oh.
Waiting for one to be called. There were many.
Oh.
Now there's just a handful, and they're all on their way to Sunnydale.
The others were murdered.
Right.
Start it.
The first. That's what it wants.
To erase all the slayers in training and their watchers.
And then Faith. And then me.
Oh, do we get to see Faith again?
It's the end. No more Slayer.
I would 100% be up for seeing Faith again. I mean, assuming she's still in prison, right?
No documentation.
That's because it predates any written history. The only record I know was in the council library.
What about the council?
Yeah, what do they say?
They were in session, and there was an explosion.
Oh yeah, God. I totally forgot that the building exploded. But they were gonna run, right?
That's what's left. When I learned what was happening, I stole them.
And you blew the council up.
I didn't. Must have been an agent of the first.
Hmm.
It can change form. It only appears in the guise of someone who has passed away.
Or ghosts.
Not corporeal. It can't touch or fight on its own. Its followers, the bringers.
Yeah, with the hoodies and the crazy alphabet eyes.
Mr. Giles doesn't need us prattling on.
The first is unlike anything we've faced before.
Those are some interesting accents.
How to defeat it, I honestly, I don't know. I'm afraid it falls to you, Buffy. You're the only one who has the strength.
Here we go. More weight on her shoulders.
But no pressure.
Same Xander.
I don't see how one person, even a Slayer, could protect us.
Of course, we'll use all our resources.
I mean, don't you think we should be hiding our asses on the other side of the globe? Kennedy.
She's not wrong. We need more muscle. That's why we need to find Spike.
Angel, maybe? Could they call Angel and then maybe try and get Faith? Uh-oh.
Tried to enlighten little Buffy, didn't you? Spilled our secrets like sea. I say what you tell and what you know, and I'm not done with you yet.
Oh, Spike.
Giles, this is bad, isn't it?
Just in time for Christmas.
You know, I didn't even realize it was December. Think you'll ever show up for a real visit? The kind where the world isn't about to end.
We survive this, I promise.
'Cause I miss you.
I miss you too.
Stop.
She seems like a good leader. Her hair is shiny.
Her hair is very shiny, to be honest.
Annabelle snores. You want to do the sleeping arrangements? Okay. Better not hog the covers.
Oh,
Do you
okay.
want to eat? What?
Just because you'll eat any kind of trash. How about Chinese?
Oh, the accents. The accents aren't there.
We'll just keep...
Found it.
That'll do it.
Giles, stay up there. I'm gonna check it out.
Use that wire to climb up with. Oh no. No thank you. Holy Jesus. Oh my god, I feel like that's give me a headache. Bloody rock climbing now. No! I panicked then when I saw Giles because it looked as though something was going to happen to him.
what you fought was a vampire, but it was something more than that. It was a Turok-Han. They are the vampires that vampires fear.
Right. Still can't deal with the sun though.
I think it's more likely that the Turok-Han is here as an agent of the first.
Did you slay it?
Nope.
Still out there.
Just you get some rest.
No sleep today. Somehow I don't think taking on prehistoric evil comes with nap time.
Yeah, but then you're not even going to have the strength to fight when the time comes.
Maybe the First just isn't ready for modern technology.
Manifestations of evil in the movies.
Love those evil movies. Blair Witch.
Oh, I hated the Blair Witch.
Yeah, I'm only saying that once you see true evil, it can have some serious afterburn. And then you can't unsee what you saw.
This guy's like really getting in my head.
What kind of movies do you like?
Mysteries. I love finding out what's underneath it all at the very end.
And then that smile.
You have to choose a side, Spike. I know you like a good wriggle and a giggle.
She's one of a kind, is our Drew, isn't she?
No.
Really enjoying playing her though, ain't he?
But I could be bad if you like. Bad daddy. Choose a side.
Choose a side.
Get bent.
Stupid daddy.
If they could hurry up and try and find Spike, that'd be grand.
Buffy, what happened? Buffy, you have to heal.
I don't have time. Everyone's counting on me.
These friends of yours, they put too much pressure on you. They always have.
Something evil is coming,
Evil is always here.
and I have to stop it.
Evil is a part of us. It's natural. No one can stop nature, not even...
See, this isn't her dreams though. This isn't while she's awake.
I want you to know that I'm really sorry for letting you down. Magic going all and me going all and everything getting all You need help, Buffy. I know you, and I know you'll never admit it, but
I'll be okay.
Are we getting weapons? Trained fighters? Badness coming?
I can feel myself getting emotional because everything feels very final.
You must learn to control your fear.
Hey, you know what would help with that? Weapons.
It'll come straight for us, won't it?
The accents have really distracted me and I need to get over it.
Better untie me.
And that'll help us how?
I'm good again.
And when were you good before?
Sunset should be in a minute now.
I'm starting to sweat. This feels really, really like final and heavy and it's making me uncomfy.
And they're depending on you.
Giles, that's not exactly what I needed to hear right now.
Guys, Annabelle split.
Fucking hell, the jump scares in this. You're regretting you're running off now, right? Did I just hear like a rib crack then? Ew. Oh. Tasted her blood now. I'm not gonna fall on him. Jeez Louise. Oh, she's getting her ass beat right now. No way he survives that. It was completely flat to the ground. Didn't even tickle him. Yep. She's gonna need help.
Buffy! Oh, God almighty.
Do you know why you're alive? Because I wish it. Do you know why I wish it? Because I'm not done with you.
Whatever you get away with, I'm out.
Right, he's fighting this thing. The thing is, if she turns into Buffy, then it's game over then. I'm surprised he's not done it already.
Because she believes in me.
Oh, she is quite low at the minute though, Spike.
Buffy was our plan. There is no backup. I'm afraid there may be internal bleeding.
But what do we do if she can't fight?
I don't know if we can fight it.
You're right. We don't know how to fight it. We can't run, can't hide, can't pretend it's not the end, because it is.
I know you're very tired.
I'm beyond tired. I'm beyond scared. I'm standing on the mouth of hell, and it is going to swallow me whole. and it'll choke on me. They think we're gonna wait for the end to come, like we always do. I'm done waiting. They want an apocalypse. Well, we'll give them one, because we just became an army. And I'll kill it myself. There is only one thing on this earth more powerful than evil, and that's us. Any questions?
Can I sign up? Oh my days. Okay. I want to watch the next episode after this. I need to know what happens there. It's such a bittersweet feeling. Like I'm hyped that she's hyped. I'm getting the chills. Like I'm getting all the emotions. It's just, I don't want the freaking show to end. Like I don't want to get there. I'm not ready for it. I'm scared of the route that they're going to go down. I don't know how they're going to wrap this show up. I want it to be a really powerful ending to a show. I have been let down multiple times in the past with TV shows because of the fandom that this one has. It gives me like that little bit of hope that it is going to be a good ending, because there's times in the past where it's just not gone well. It can kill a fandom. It really can. But there's something special about Buffy. There's just, it feels like the first, and not in an evil way, like in the best way. It's the show that other shows want to be, or aim to be. And I just, I'm gonna be extremely sad when we reach that ending. This whole episode felt emotional to me. It felt heavy. It felt like something big is coming. And it's episode 10. Is 11 the mid-season finale, or was 10 the mid-season finale and 11 was the one coming back? I don't know. Please let me know in the comments. But to me, this felt big. So where do we begin, like, on the breakdown of this? I guess the main thing is Buffy and everything that she's just experienced. She's scared. She's actually scared of what the first is, what it means, what the future holds. She's got so much weight on her shoulders that anybody else, I feel like they would just drown. Whereas Buffy just, it's like she snaps and she's like, no, enough's enough now. They want to fight, we're going to give them one. Rather than wait, we're going to seek it out. We're going to get to the bottom of this. And she's there like black and blue, but still got that fight in her. I think hearing Giles, like, to be honest, Giles seems extremely negative, and I get why he is, because they want the audience to feel as though this is the biggest thing that they've ever faced. But he said he believed in her. If anyone can do it, she can. So I think her getting that knock by this vampire that our vampires are feared of, I forget the name of it, seeing her banged up after that, it's as if his hope had gone. So I'm just glad that Buffy has brought that back up. And like she said, if you want to run, just do it now, because we've got no time for time wasters. And look what happened to Annabelle. So you want that to be you? Probably not. I do think the accents of the Slayers were extremely distracting. I don't know if that was just me. I mean, I know my accent's horrendous, but I am British. I don't know, it felt very fake to me. Like, even Giles is posh British, but it still sounds accurate, shall we say. I mean, obviously it does, because he is British. But James, for instance, when James first started off as Spike, James, I love you, but the accent was not good. Now that we're in the 7th season, it just flows. It seems very comfortable, very effortless, and I like it. I think with Drusilla's accent, I think because she's all like loopy and in the clouds, like it just fits her perfectly. Whereas like the Slayers, to me, they just stuck out like sore thumbs. It's being very nitpicky, but I did find it distracting. Like, just make them American. Like, it's not a big deal. If they can't do the accent, like, just keep them American or hire actual British actors. Like, just my 2 cents there. Anyway, with Spike, I think I'm very impressed with how strong he's being. Yes, he's being beaten to the ground, but mentally, he's like, no, Buffy believes in me. I'm gonna stay firm here. I'm gonna believe in this. And my fear is that the first is gonna transform into Buffy, and then it's gonna get a little bit ropes. I'm surprised he didn't do it already, to be honest. I think that would have been the right move for him. Obviously, I'm glad that he didn't, but it would have been the right move because that would have made Spike vulnerable in that moment. It's interesting that they tried Drusilla, but she's such a specific kind of person or vampire that to Spike, it's too obvious. Like they can't replicate that. Obviously, I'm just enjoying seeing her again and all the rest of it, but I think with Buffy, it's because he's so connected to her. Just the sight of Buffy makes him weak. So it would mean that the first doesn't really have to put in much energy because the visual is doing a lot of it for him, because it sucks him back to all the past events and how he feels. All the emotions come to the surface when he sees Buffy's face. I am a little confused about Joyce in this one. I don't know why, but to me, Joyce doesn't seem like the first. It just seems like Joyce's essence is inbuilt within Buffy, that in her time of need, she's seeking her out for comfort. Triggered me a little bit because I just love her so much, and it makes it even more heavy and even more emotional. In Buffy's time of struggle, seeing and hearing her mother's voice, it just proves like even when they're gone, the impact that they've had on a person still remains, and it's so strong. I kind of want it to be real, but if it's the first, it's the first. I guess I'll have to wait and see that. I am still a little bit confused about the whole first aspect. I'm hopeful that the more I watch, the more it will make sense to me. They mentioned about Angel as well in this one, and the link that he had to the first and all of that jazz. And also they mentioned Faith in this one, and also the Slayer's lineage, and I would love if Faith popped back up again in this, especially for the ending. It'd be really, really good. I am one of those that just loved Faith as a character. Do I agree with her actions? Absolutely not. But on screen and the amount of layers that she has, she's such a complex character that I really enjoy exploring her. So obviously I'm gonna vote to have her back if that's possible. But I don't know how it's gonna end. I just don't know. Plus, with the council being destroyed now, and all of the knowledge as well, that's gone. And then one by one the Slayers were gone, so there's like 2 left. Was it 2? It's just wild. Like, what happens now? How are new ones born, and how are they educated? There are no watchers now. Well, I wonder if Giles could like set up his own council, because he's got all of the skills and knowledge to make that happen. Whether he'd want to, though, is a different story. He feels very like exhausted with the whole supernatural aspect, but I don't know. I think as well it's really sweet when you see those moments between Buffy and Giles, because I've missed it. I've sort of craved that, and hearing him say like, oh, it's a promise, if we survive this I'll be around. I was like, yeah, obviously this last season, but Endgame and all the rest of it is going to be on my mind as well. Andrew is just complete jokes at this point. I mean, he has always been, but I think we needed that sort of light-hearted aspect to this episode because it was a very heavy episode. We got a few bits from Xander and Anya as well, which was great. The Willow stuff was quite scary. Like, the second she tries to use her magic, that happens. And Buffy is adamant that she shouldn't use it. But I'm wondering if Giles being around now, Giles is going to be like, Willow, you've got this. You can do this. Know how to help Willow control it a little bit better. Whereas Buffy's like, I don't have time for this right now. I'd rather you just not use it. That'd be great. Whereas Giles might be able to mold because he's used to teaching. He's done a lot for Buffy after all. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there, I think, because I want to watch the next one. I really want to find out what happens there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction, and if you did, hit that like button, guys. I would really appreciate it. A massive shout out to all of my sponsors in the Mark of Jane tier, because you are helping me so freaking much right now. You're really allowing me to continue doing this, and I love what I do. I love creating this content, and I will ride this wave for as long as I can until it's not possible anymore. So thank you for keeping, you know, my dream alive doing this. So yeah, big shout out to all of you. If you would like to join the Dat Pack, guys, I have all of these in their extended form and early access over on Patreon. So if it interests you at all, please check it out. There's a bunch of different tiers as well. So you just pick the one that most suits you. And all of the descriptions are pretty straightforward in the tier list. So check it out. And yeah, I hope to see you all again soon for the next video. Thank you so much, guys. Bye for now. Well, before we completely sign off, let's take a comment from the Dat Pack. And today I've chosen Sharon, the lovely editor for these videos as well. Sharon says, I know you're not ready to say goodbye yet, but there is a new Audible series that literally just came out, which might be a good listen for you after you finish the show. I've not listened to it yet, and I have no idea what it's about, but I'll get there eventually. Also, the subtitles almost ruined the surprise at the end. It said first/Spike, and I was like, eek. I'm glad you didn't notice. I'll put it together. It could have meant first or second. That's true. That is true. See, I need to be careful with that. I try not to glance down at them as much as I can, but it's like, it's just natural for me to check the subtitles out. Because even in my spare time, like if I'm watching Netflix or whatever, I do have the subtitles on because my house is a madhouse. There's always stuff going on. It's always crazy. It's very noisy. A lot of the time, I like to have the subtitles on so that I don't miss anything if I do reach a bit that's quite like serious, etc. So yeah, I'm glad as well that I didn't get that surprise ruined for me there. I'll check out that Audible book as well, like the series, because anything like that I absolutely love. At the minute, the Audible book that I'm listening to is I'll Be Gone in the Dark by Michelle McNamara, who was Patton Oswalt's wife. She did sadly pass away. Her loved ones and those with all of the knowledge have helped to complete the book. And yeah, I'm reading through that right now, and I'm really enjoying it. But as soon as that finishes, I'm gonna need a new one. So yeah, that sounds right up my street. I was listening to the podcast Buffering the Vampire Slayer, but I stopped listening to that a while back when I got warned of potential spoilers, etc. So I will have to catch up on that as well, because I was genuinely enjoying that podcast. It was so much fun. The girls were great. So thank you for that recommendation and for watching and for all that you do with the edits as well. You're an utter legend. I'm very, very fortunate that you're helping me the way that you are and you're enjoying the videos as well. So a massive shout out to Sharon. And don't forget, guys, if you want to see one of your comments at the end of these videos, don't forget to leave them in the comment section below, and maybe yours will be next. But until next time, goodbye for now.